And what's up, guys? Welcome to another home theater hangout. Today we have a special guest. Hello, Dr. Shu. Is it Dr. Shu or
Right?
Dr.
Yes,
Sue?
Dr. Sue. Sue.
Sue, okay. All right, so it's
Yes.
Dr. Sue of Sue Research, who has some very popular subwoofers. But before we get into all of this, can you tell the folks who you are, Dr. Sue?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Singapore, uh, and then I came to the States for my master's and PhD at MIT, and I've stayed on ever since. So I started a company at the end of 1991. Uh, so it's been almost 34 years, and the I've always been interested in bass. So when I was at MIT, I joined the workshop and built my own subwoofers and all that. And I also part of the Boston Radio Society. So my friends heard my subwoofers and like it. So I built some subwoofers for the Boston Radio Society members. And then Peter Mitchell, who also part of the Boston Radio Society, he decided to talk about my subwoofers on Stereophile, and that's how it kind of started the company. So genuine interest, and so we started November 1991. We started building my cylindrical subwoofers,
Yep.
the HRSW10, HRSW12, and those. It's based on, well, my background is civil engineering, so I started off with those sonotubes, which is also used in the construction industry to build columns. So the physics of pressure is that it tries to make anything into the cylindrical shape is the one that would not change shape under pressure. So that, in that sense, is quite ideal as a cabinet for subwoofers. So that's how I started off by just buying sonotubes from Home Depot and put in the caps and put the woofer and
Yep.
yep. So that's how it all started.
What happened to that? Why are you guys not making the cylinder subs anymore?
The main reason for that is I think the wife factor. The interest in it seems to be the spouse factor.
Mm,
So the interest in that seems to be less and less. So we decided to go with a more traditional shape enclosures.
right. So I was well, this is the first live stream podcast that you're doing. So
Yes, yes. So
so
if I
thanks
make
for
mistakes,
thanks for letting me be the first. All right.
yeah.
So are you a home theater enthusiast or are you more music person?
Both. I mean,
Mm,
I started off mostly with music, but these days I do watch a lot of movies. So
yeah.
yeah.
What was the last thing you saw?
Oh, it's a Chinese drama series.
Uh,
Yeah.
nice. You go to the theaters often or
No, no. I just
not much? Just
watch
at your house?
Netflix and stuff at home.
What kind of system do you have at your house?
Oh, I guess for compared to a lot of the high-end folks, my system is very modest. Of course, we have our speakers and my subwoofers, but to drive the speakers, all I'm using is a $300 on-cue receiver,
Hmm.
and then I have the Amazon Fire Stick
Yeah.
and relatively inexpensive 85-inch uh, uh, TV from I guess
Sony?
no, no, not Sony,
LG?
not yeah, the other one was that the
Samsung.
Samsung, yeah,
Samsung, okay.
yes, right.
Yeah. Yeah, like Atmos or like 5.1, 7.1?
Just a regular 5.1.
Just very 5.1. Okay. So pretty modest system then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. With your speakers? Speakers and
yeah,
subs?
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So right now using the yeah my speakers.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get into some of your products here. Let me bring this
Sure.
up. So obviously you've been doing this for a long time.
Hmm.
Let's get obviously your subs are probably the most popular.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into your speakers first though. Like
Okay.
I haven't heard any of these, but I think you've come out with one new one. Or
Yes.
are these both of these really new?
Oh no, the CCBA has been out for quite a few years.
Okay.
Hmm.
So this is $390 each. It's fairly big. It looks small from the pictures, but it looks pretty. I guess
Yeah,
it's big.
it's 8-inch coaxial driver.
Uh-huh.
So the we use the woofer cone as the constant directivity horn.
Hmm.
Don Keel, who's the one who started the concept of constant directivity horns. So we had him help us design the profile for appropriate constant directivity uh, dispersion. And so the tweeter driver is mounted behind the woofer magnet. We machine the pole piece of the woofer to be the starting part of the horn, and then it blends into the cone. So the cone is shaped to extend that constant directivity horn out. So the nice thing about the CCB8 is that it's a true point source,
Hmm.
so that there's no low at all. So you can stand up or move sideways. Uh, it's very consistent. It's
Right.
symmetric. So and we designed it so that you can also lay it on its side and use it as a center channel, or stand it up for the left and right. Um,
So placement is it's pretty easy for placement. Although
uh,
it's probably pretty big, right? 15 by 10 by 12. So it's not like
yeah, it's not small.
it's not tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, the placement, we always have a strong preference to have our speakers towed in quite a lot, so that the axis of the tweeters will cross in front of you. I
Mhm.
find that when you do that, the sound stage would still be great even if you sit way off to one side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So and that's where the new one that we and the one setback of these bookshelves is that if and we also used to also have the in-wall speakers, which is the what was the HP1, HC1, which is probably not listed there anymore. But
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah,
no, it's not here.
those are all. If you mount it on the wall or hang it flat on the wall, you
Mhm.
don't have to toe in. So that's why we this year we introduced the MFL6, uh, where we deliberately angle the front baffle
Yep.
30 degrees so that if you even you hang on the wall, you get the toe in that we prefer. Uh,
Right.
and this also uh, meets the Dolby Atmos specifications in terms of angling the speakers. So
So you
you
put this on your ceiling?
yeah, you can hang on the ceiling, you can hang on the
Mm.
wall. You can yeah. So that's why we call it the MFL6, which is a multifunctional loudspeaker. So it can be used as a front left, front right, can be used as a center. If you put it on the tabletop, it kind of angle up towards you. Um, and we provide all kinds of mounting wire on the back so you can easily mount it either on the ceiling or up against the wall. And
Got you.
then generally we balance the frequency response of it so that the response is smoother when the tweeter is closer to you than when the tweeter is further away from you compared to
Mhm.
the woofer. So if you hang on the wall, if it's above your ear level normally, we recommend you mount it so that the tweeter is at the bottom and the woofer is closer to the ceiling.
Right.
So the mounting hardware allows you to mount it either way. And then
Would
it
you
comes, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
would you say the two speakers you offer pair well tonally together?
Yeah, the horn on the MFL6 is also designed by Don Keel. It's also a constant directivity horn. The only thing is, of course, it's not a true coaxial,
Yeah.
so it doesn't maintain that pure symmetry in all directions. But
Hmm.
otherwise, they are tonally reasonably well matched. They are all horn-loaded tweeters. Has constant directivity, similar directivity characteristics. Uh, so yeah, if some people, quite a significant number of people will use the CCBAs for the three front speakers and then use MFL for the rest.
Right.
So
How, mu-
that works well too. Yeah.
how much are these? 279.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing obviously the eights are probably the better speaker, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because I've had a few like coaxial type of speakers, point source, and they've
Right.
always been really accurate, like directionality wise,
Mhm.
which I would assume your CC eights
BAs.
are.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And was I think the frequency response on those eights were like 50 hertz. These are 60s. I like
Yeah.
re-
Roughly.
you get real bass out of these, or are they really kind of
No,
limited?
I mean the main idea here is that to get the maximum dynamic range out of your system, it's preferable that you high pass filter these and
Mm,
use one of our subwoofers to extend the bass.
mhm.
so, so the general recommended crossover for either one is the standard 80 hertz.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Same tweeters on both of these, or
Yeah, actually they are the same aluminum dome tweeters.
same tweeters? Okay. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
tweeters are super efficient. So in MFL6, it's padded down probably over 10 dB.
Okay. What's the sensitivity? Are these easy to drive, or
That's very easy to drive. It doesn't have a very low impedance.
right?
Uh, so that's why we find that driving either the CCBS or MFL6 with an inexpensive OMQ receiver works great. When we go to the show, we would use zip cords and a $300 receiver, and people come in and say, "What? It can sound so good with all that."
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
interested in these.
yeah,
How
we
long?
have. Yes.
How long have you been making speakers for? Like, I don't recall you having speakers for years.
Actually, it has been having speakers for probably at least 15 years.
Really?
It
Really?
started off with what we call the ventriloquist, where with really small satellites, those are maybe about 5 inches tall, 3 inches wide, 2 inches deep, something like that.
Right.
And in that ventriloquist system, we basically have the center channel being a long wide one, just like the regular center channels. We have two 4 by 6 inch woofers and one 2.5 inch full range driver in the center. And then the satellites, they all have 2.5 inch full range drivers. So those don't reach down very low. So you're crossing over about 250 hertz from the full range drivers to the two woofers in the center channel.
Hmm.
Because we have dual voice coils on the two 4 by 6. So two of the coils are in parallel for the center channel to handle from 250 on down to 80 hertz. And then the second coil in the 4 by 6 inch woofers would handle the bass below 250 hertz for the left and right channel.
That,
So yeah, so that's the first speed that we built, and then that's followed by a HB1 and HC1. They are basically similar to the MFL6. The horns were not designed by Don Keel, but they're still constant direct horns. Uh, but it's the same woofer.
yeah.
So the characteristics is of the MFL6 and the HB1 is very similar. So it's a 6.5 inch with a horn, and then the HC1, which is the center channel, that one has two 6.5 and a horn. Uh, and then now we introduced MFL6, which kind of tried to replace those, as well as HIW, which is the in-wall versions, which is basically a HB1 components that you can mount in wall.
Okay, and that one's not on the website.
Yeah,
The
those we have discontinued after we introduced the
oh, gotcha.
MFL6. Yeah.
Okay,
So right now, these are the only two speaker that we offer at the moment.
okay. Any plans for something bigger, like a tower or something? Or
Uh, not it's not something that we are considering at the moment.
hmm
And the main reason is that usually, if you try to place the main speakers so that they image the best, the location is usually not the best for the bass reproduction. Uh,
hmm
so if you have a good subwoofer placed optimally, and then crossing over 80 hertz, these bookshelves doesn't really have that much worse dynamic range than a full floor-standing speakers.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we prefer that approach rather than trying to sell the big towers.
right, right. Plus, easier to place too.
Right.
I used to like towers, but then after reviewing a lot of speakers, I'm like, oh my god, just send me some bookshelves. But let's get into, I think what you're really popular for is your subwoofers. Let's start off with I guess the entry level model.
Yeah, the
V-
VTF2 MK5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So what does this entail? What drivers in this?
It's a 12-inch driver.
Yep.
Uh, and this one, it's just a regular stem steel frame, uh, fairly substantial magnet, two 3-inch ports. Uh, we basically was the first. I think we're the first company to uh, introduce the concept of variable tuning. So we have two
Mm.
ports. You can uh, plug one port. Once plug one port, it's tuned lower. So you go down in this case down to 18, 20 hertz flat. Uh, but because you only have half the cross-sectional area, it tends to have more port noise at the highest levels. So that's the trade-off between having one or two ports open. Now, if you open both ports, what happens is that it's tuned about 1/3 of an octave higher. So you have efficiency increases, so it's can play a bit louder,
Mm.
uh, but doesn't go as low.
Yeah.
So depending on the kind of music you listen to, can easily switch between the modes. And we also provide a second port plug in case for some people who are fairly adamant about they prefer the sound of sealed subwoofers, then you can plug out both ports and use it as a sealed sub as well.
Yeah.
So when we introduce the variable tune frequency subwoofers, we always say that, well, one subwoofer basically can cater for multiple users. And so it's almost equivalent like you're buying two, three different subwoofers. You can just by switching the port tunings and all that, it can be a very different characteristics. So you don't have to go and buy a different subwoofer if
Yeah.
you so it's yeah. Our philosophy for all our products has always been that I want to bring great sound at as low a price as possible, so that people audio not all audiophiles are super rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it allows more people to enjoy great music. So that's our goal has always been to bring the best value.
Yeah. You
Uh,
guys definitely have one of the best bang for buck subwoofers out there for sure.
So uh, previously, early on, we have smaller subwoofers. We have a 10-inch, we have 8-inch, but the economics of things is such that it's getting harder and harder
Yeah.
to to compete in that smaller subwoofer. So smallest one I now have is this 12-inch. It's a 350 watt amplifier, uh, and yeah, it's tuned to go down pretty low. A lot of
Yeah. I
people are
see it.
happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah. 16. That's not bad for less than $800. What is this?
Hmm.
This is $730. So that
Yeah.
looks. They look like, obviously. I mean, I've had some of your 15. in the past. I think it was a couple of years ago, which I don't think you're selling anymore, right?
Yeah, the 15 HMK2, no, we don't sell that one anymore, if that's what you had before.
Yeah, I remember it had the little
Yeah, yeah,
triangles.
angular ones, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
basically been replaced by the VTF TN1. The,
Oh, this
the
one. Oh,
yeah,
that's the
yeah, that's
replacement.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen this
So
one.
this one actually has same exact internal volume, but we hark back to the days when we first introduced TN series, and TN stands for Tom Zane. He's the bass guru that do reviews or uh, stereo review and later is sound and vision.
Hmm.
Because he came up with the statistic of one of the statistics is how much floor space the subwoofer would occupy. So he said, okay, I'll try to minimize the amount of floor space the subwoofer would occupy. So he came out with the TN 1225, TN 1220, which is the cylindrical ones.
Yep.
Uh, so that's just the diameter of the woofer. So that really takes out the minimum floor space for whatever size woofers we're using. Uh, so after going to a square one, a rectangular one, so this harkens back to that because this one, again, is as small a footprint as is practical for that size woofer.
Hmm. Yeah, it's only 18 and a half inches deep, so
Yeah,
not that much floor space.
yeah.
It's pretty tall though. It's 32, 30
Uh-huh.
inches. That's
And
pretty
actually,
tall.
the height is quite ideal actually to use as if you want to, you can also use it as a speaker stand for our speakers.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it makes
mm,
sense. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some 30-inch stands and 24-inch stands.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Would that mess with the speakers, vibrations or anything like that?
Not so much. Yeah, uh, yeah, it's just, we have never had people complain about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big. It doesn't take up that much floor space. It's pretty tall though.
Yeah, right.
It's very tall, and that goes down to like 14 hertz, one port
Yeah,
open.
right.
This is sealed, right? Totally
No,
sealed.
no, no, no. Actually, it's still uh, variable tuning. So it's two ports facing down,
Oh, it's down.
firing
Okay.
down to the floor. Yeah. So you can have one port open, two ports open, or sealed.
Oh, no picture here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we didn't
Yeah.
show the bottom.
Yeah. All right. And that's yeah, it's on $1,200. This is fairly new, right? When did this
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out?
yeah. This came out last year.
Last year? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think I remember seeing this last year. And then you got this one. This is your
Sealed.
step up.
Yeah, that one, that's the our only sealed subwoofer that is not variable tuning.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the sound of sealed subs versus ported? What is
Sealed
your
subs.
preference?
Uh, Generally, my preference is the ported subs for ours anyway. Uh, and the main reason for that is that we have our ports tuned so low, it effectively behaves for all the music that has transient bass, like pluck guitars and all that.
Hmm.
Uh, those are the frequencies, even on the lowest frequencies of a plug guitar is in a range where the ports actually are not contributing at all. So for those frequencies where you're more transient bass, the ports are inactive anyway.
Mm.
Uh, and once you do reach down to the sub 20s, the ported subs have huge headroom compared to a sealed one.
Yeah.
So in that sense, we feel that uh, the our ported subs because of the very low tuning of the ports. I mean, it's different if you have the ports tuned to 35, 40 hertz. That's a different story. But in our case, the ports are tuned so low that for bass that are transient in nature, we feel that the bass characteristics is not significantly different from the seal sub.
Right.
Uh, and uh, and you get the advantage of being able to have 5-10 dB more headroom in the sub 20 hertz range. So why not? So it's just that some people they don't want subwoofer, so the ULS 15 works quite well for those.
Mhm.
The spouse acceptance factor is usually better with that.
Yeah, so this is an
Yeah,
18-inch cube all around, basically.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's basically it's the same footprint as the TN1. Just the TN1 is taller. So
Yeah.
if you have the space above the subwoofer, you're not using it, then we feel that the added height shouldn't be a big issue.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like the form factor of these.
Yeah,
I'm a,
and
I'm a fan of
also
sealed subs.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And also the tall subs, if you cannot handle the height, like if you have to put it under a large screen,
Yeah.
it's also you can also lay it on its side, so that it's
Mhm.
only 18 inches high, but you
Yeah.
need more horizontal space, and the footprint will be bigger. But
Yeah.
so you still have that option. Yeah.
Okay. This is the only sealed sub you have, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, all our subs you can operate in seal mode anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Would
so
you
you can say that they're all seal subs in that sense.
so with I know a lot of manufacturers let you seal up their ports with foam plugs. Would you say that's really still sealed sub? Doesn't air still escape because it's only
No,
foam?
no, no. Those foams are the closed cell foams,
Mhm.
so it is pretty airtight.
Got you. Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think getting you ever see those pipe plugs where you put it in and it's got the expanding elastic and you can screw it down and it really and it's just solid. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen those?
No, I'm not, but I don't think that that's going to be an issue. From our experience, there's
Yeah,
absolutely no air leak coming from these pop plugs.
yeah. I always thought like maybe that would seem like would be more solid in my mind at least.
Uh,
All right. So then the next step up is this guy here. This is a 1050 basically. This
uh-huh.
is the VTF3. What do the numbers stand for, by the way? VTF3.
Uh, that's those numbers is actually we started off it's fairly arbitrary. So, but the new ones D15 stands for dual 15. So,
Uh-huh.
uh, and the VTF 15H is a 15-inch woofer. So it's a little bit different from the first few VTF series. Otherwise, yeah, in general, the TN ones. The original TN subwoofers, TN 1225 HO, TN 1220 HO. Uh, the 12 obviously refers to the 12-inch woofers we're using in those. The second number refers to the tuning of the ports on those. So 1220 is a 12-inch woofer, and the cabinet is tuned to 20 hertz. And the 1225 is a shorter one that's tuned to 25 hertz. Um,
Does that stand for
but
variable tune frequency?
yeah,
VTF?
VTF stands for variable tuning frequency.
Okay. Okay. Ken knows. All right. So this is the third from the top. This is another
Mhm.
15-inch, right?
Yeah, this is a 15 inch.
Another 15.
It's a little bit more. When we came out with this, we had the VTF 15H. So this one is a little bit smaller, so that
Mm.
the the shipping is a lot less expensive. The problem with the 15H Mark II is that it exceeds the size limits of UPS or FedEx, and the oversized charge is typically from 80 to during the peak periods, it can be as much as $150 more, just because the shipping carton exceeds I think it's 130. I forget what 132 or 135 inch for the girth plus height. So this one was compromised a little bit in that the port cross section area is smaller.
Mm.
Uh, the for the uh, tuning is you either leave is this one has a 4-inch and a 3-inch port. So if you plug up the 3-inch port, just use a single 4-inch. tunes down to whatever the max extension mode is.
17,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, or if you open both, then it's the higher tuning. So, um, so in that sense, you are just trying to uh, get the form factor so that uh, it costs us a lot less to ship, and yet the performance is only the TLS-based performance is a little bit compromised compared to the flagship at that time, the VTF-15H Mark II.
Yeah. Are these drivers designed by you or?
Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
So these have triple shorting rings, and so those are pretty good drivers.
Are all the 15s using the same drivers and just
Ah,
different
yeah,
enclosures?
yeah. Actually,
Okay.
we and that also helps to help us control the cost because we can
Hmm.
order more of the same driver rather than
Have
small
you guys
quantities.
have you guys experienced a lot of price increases across your lineup?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, during the pandemic, the cost of the containers to ship across went from like 3,000 to 20,000.
Wow.
So that was bad. But then,
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
now, of course, with all the tariffs and all that,
Yeah.
yeah, it's getting
Wow.
harder and harder. We're trying our best not to pass on too much of the things, but it's really cutting into our margins. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's no
And then
fun.
and then you have the new one here. This is the
Uh-huh.
D15.
Yeah, dual 15. And these you can buy just the top unit, which is the Chimera,
Uh-huh.
and that's a seal sub by itself. Uh, so so that's the second completely seal sub. So it's equivalent to two of the ULS 15s. It's two of the 15-inch drivers with an amplifier is twice the power of the one in the ULS 15. Um,
So this is dual opposed
yeah, dual
on top?
post. That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Uh, and so back 20 years ago, we also introduced an interesting concept we call a turbocharger.
I remember it had the tube at the back, right?
Yes,
Like
that's
curved?
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that.
And what that does is that uh, there's two ways in which you can change the tuning of the enclosure. One is you reduce the cross-sectional area, which is what you do when you plug one port up. You cut the cross-sectional area in half, but the port tubes are the same length, so it tunes the cabinet about one-third of an octave lower. Now, the other alternative is to you lengthen the ports instead of cutting the cross-sectional area. So what the turbocharger does is that it doubles the length of the port tubes. So when you couple the back up uh, to the top, that's so the length of the external port is the same as the one inside.
Uh-huh.
So you basically can leave both ports open, but you still get the lower tune. So that's what the turbocharger did. And so 20 years later, what we did was to introduce now what we call the supercharger. Uh, in this case, you basically couple identical cabinet volume to the seal Chimera, and then we put all the ports in that the second cabinet. Uh, so that's how we end up with four ports in there. So this uh, I fondly call this one the Beast. The Beast basically is equivalent to two TN1s. So the TN1 has two of those ports and one 15-inch driver. So when you put the Beast together, that means the Seal Chimera coupled to the uh, cabinet with the ports, the supercharger,
Hmm.
you now put in four ports and two woofers and twice the power. So it's equivalent to actually the output as two TN1s. The only one slight advantage that the Beast has over the TN1s is that Now you also have the option of having 3 ports open.
Hmm.
So you have the in between the max extension and max output mode of the TN1, you have the third one, and that provides significantly more output down to 15, 16 hertz
Hmm.
with a lot less port noise because now you have 3 ports instead of 2 ports open. So if you don't need the 14 hertz extension, the 3 ports open actually works really, really well. Um, and yeah, and another reason why we came out with this concept is that if you want a big subwoofer like that with that kind of output, it's very, very hard for you to try and move it into your house as
Yeah.
a single unit. So in this case, you break it out into 2 modules, so you can move the individual modules into position and just assemble them together.
Right. So
Uh,
the supercharge is 500 extra.
yeah,
You can buy the regular sub for
yeah,
18. Okay.
yeah.
How big is this, by the way? Is there specs here?
Yeah, similar to the TN1s. Each one is about 18 by 18 by 30-inch without the feet. The cabinet itself is about 18 by 18 by 30.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's big. So there's a removable plate on the bottom, huh?
Yep. So the neat idea here is that the Chimera in the normal operating seal mode, uh, the plate is on the back of the subwoofer.
Uh-huh.
And then we put a dummy plate on the bottom. So
Mm-hmm.
when you want to convert it into the beast, you basically take the amplifier out from the back of the cabinet and you mount it on the bottom.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then you use the amplifier cutter on the back. That's where it couples into the supercharger.
Oh, I gotcha. Let's see.
And then we have foam seal uh, around the opening. So when you just, because the Chimera itself is like 120 pounds,
Yeah.
it's very heavy. So you just put it right on top of the supercharger, and we have 4 metal posts that they will lock the two together.
Yep.
And so heavy weight ensures that it maintains the seal without any issues. So
Wait, the sub is a 120 pounds, you said?
the Chimera by itself is 120.
Oh,
The
geez.
whole combination is about 200 pounds, I think.
All right, that's not light.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then obviously the connections snap back in together
Yep.
easily.
Yeah.
And this looks like a two-person job.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I would recommend that. It's still easier to move than one complete sub. Probably it's a 3 or 4% job. You try to move the whole thing as a one piece.
Is that foam come out? Is that a foam sheet right there
Uh, which one?
on the supercharger?
Uh, do you have a picture of it? I'm sorry. Sure.
Oh, it's not showing. Oops, sorry. Oh man, I was like, I was playing the video. I guess it didn't. Hold on. I was looking at it by myself. Let me remove that. Oops. I think it's this one. There we go. I thought it was playing before. Okay. Yeah. So is that a foam piece on top of the supercharger? Is that correct?
Yeah. Those are the insulation basically. Uh,
Got you.
yeah. So the supercharger is almost completely filled with those foam. So
Hmm.
uh, basically it allows more isothermal property for that volume. So effectively increases cabinet volume by 30-40%.
Okay. Okay. So that doesn't come out.
That doesn't come out. Yeah, it stays in
Okay.
there. Yeah.
And that makes a solid seal.
Yeah. I mean, we actually have a foam strip around the edge of the opening, and we make the opening on the supercharger
Mhm.
as an elongated one. So actually, you can put the Chimera on top of the supercharger. So in two ways, you can have the four ports facing out into the room, or if the spouse doesn't like to see the ports, yeah, or you have kids at home that tends to throw things into the ports, you can rotate the
Yeah.
supercharger so the ports are actually facing the wall,
Oh,
and you
got you.
can still
Okay.
put the supercharger on top.
Yeah, let me go back to this part here. So you take out the amplifier on the top,
Uh-huh.
and then you put it on the bottom.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
And then the opening on top is part that couples into the supercharger. Yeah, that cutout there then couples into that.
Yeah. So you disconnect those, and then you take out that bottom plate.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then you put the one plate aside, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you put the piece together, you don't need the dummy plate anymore. You need it if you want to convert the Chimera back to a seal sub only.
And that's a aluminum plate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we reinforce the back of the dummy plate with a thick MDF screwed onto the plate also.
Yeah. It looks pretty easy DIY-able, obviously.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, it looks pretty simple. If can you buy it? Can you when you buy it together? Does it come put together, or does it come
No,
two
no,
separate boxes?
it's just comes. You still have to assemble it.
Okay.
It's just we do give some discount when you buy the two together.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Interesting idea for sure. I don't think I've seen another subwoofer
Nope.
that offers this.
Yeah.
Question: do the dual opposed woofers move in phase or push pull?
In phase. So both will go out of the cabinet at the same time and in at the same time. Otherwise, they'll cancel each other. So it
Force,
has to,
yeah, force canceling. So you could,
yeah, force canceling. Yeah.
and this is your website, or sorry, this is your YouTube channel. But so if they wanted to see some more videos on your
Right.
channel, you guys got a bunch of stuff there too.
Yep.
And I noticed the oh, so this is the new one, the new
Yep.
speakers.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're good size. Good size.
So yeah, you can put it.
Is this your home theater?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then I could see you have the regular keyhole slots, and then there's
Yeah.
threaded inserts as well,
Yes. Exactly.
so you can get a little speaker mount, like a TV mount or something.
Yeah.
Does it come with mounting brackets?
No, it doesn't come with the brackets.
Okay. Well, you just need a couple screws, anyways.
Yep.
And skip this one. I noticed the CC. What is it? The CC8?
CCP8.
CC8?
CP8. Yeah.
You have those there. Those are big. Those things are
Yep.
big. They look
Yep.
a little bit like hefts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like those. I do like those. Supercharger is code for to get past the wife acceptance factor. She doesn't know it turns into a beast. What's the driver inside the CC8?
That's an 8-inch coaxial driver. As I said, the tweeter is mounted behind the woofer magnet, and then we machine the pole piece of the woofer uh, to be the starting part of the horn, the throat part, and then as it expands out to where the cone is, the cone continues that expansion all out. It's basically the woofer cone and the machine out pole piece of the woofer is a horn for the tweeter. So it's a coaxial driver that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe you said the tweeters are all the same on both
Yeah.
speakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So they should have pretty good timbre matching.
Yeah, exactly.
Theater. And you guys offer bundles and stuff. I saw on your
Yep, you
site.
can if you order multiple speakers, the more you buy, the more discount we give. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is this the last new product launch for this year, or do you
Yeah, yeah, that's
nothing
yeah.
secret coming out?
No, no. MFL6 and the and Chimera and with the supercharger. These are the new products for this year.
How much is the Chimera without the supercharger?
1800, I think.
1,800 bucks. Yeah, that was here. Let's go back to that real quick. So yeah, so 17.99, and then the supercharger can be purchased separately for 4.99. Oh, there was a question. Do you guys ship to Hawaii?
Yeah, we do. It's of course it's pretty expensive to ship to Hawaii.
Right. You guys are only internet direct, right? Only?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you can't go to like Best Buy or something,
Yeah.
or a dealer.
No. Uh,
Jeremy
otherwise
left.
it'd be okay. Otherwise it'd be kind of expensive, but
Yeah, yeah, it's expensive going to Hawaii.
yeah.
And good warranty and everything. I noticed, what is everything, like 7 years?
7 years on the woofer, and for the new models, we're 5 year on electronics.
Hmm. Obviously, your customer service is good. I believe it when I emailed, I got you, or maybe your son.
Uh,
So, obviously, customer service is good. And these are available now.
yeah, yeah. Shipping now.
Yeah, awesome. Any interest in getting into the? Oh, so there's the tube,
Yeah,
that sono
that's the
tube.
first tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is 7 feet tall.
Uh,
Uh, and my first customer is actually a professor from UCLA,
uh-huh.
a psychology professor. He's using it to test the effects of low frequencies on people's perception or whatever. It's very interesting.
Were you the first one to come up with that sonotube idea, or?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah. Because I think SVS still makes them, I believe.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did after we
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah. What did you do? You did yours in 91, you said?
yeah,
And yeah, I think they did theirs in like what, 2000, 2001 or something like that,
something like
if
that.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember. The VTF 15H Mark II are a dream. Wow. Okay. And then Jeremy loves his VTF 15. What is your because I noticed the one that I reviewed isn't there anymore. How often do you rotate out your products? You refresh them?
Uh, Whenever we think that we have a good replacement, then we change them.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, unless we've come out with something interesting like the supercharger and stuff like that. Generally, we keep the other ones. And then the 15H MK2, because of the extremely high shipping charges,
Mm.
yeah, so that becomes less viable
Right,
with
right,
all
right.
these costs and all that.
Is there any place anybody can hear these, or what's your
Oh, we have a 30-day money back
30 day?
guarantee.
Okay.
So, yeah, no. Yeah.
You find that the people really take that offer up, or do you find that most people just keep them?
Vast majority just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any plans to go bigger woofers, a la SVS or GTR, like 18
Uh,
inch, maybe 20, 21?
the dual 15 is equivalent to 21.
Mm.
So, and we try to make it so that, I mean, the JTR is like a big fridge. So, so that one is really difficult to move into your house or in the
Yeah.
basement or upstairs. So that's why we are trying to be closer to them in our performance without uh, uh, with a little bit greater ease in terms of trying to bring it into your home and set it up.
Is there so is since he has the VTF 15, or sorry, VTF 5H Mark
Oh,
1.
actually, that's a VTF 15H
Okay.
dash 15H MK1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you is there a problem mixing and matching like the D15 Chimera with what he has now? Would you see any problems with
Uh,
that?
Well, it's just that he has to keep the MK1 significantly lower in volume
Uh-huh.
so that they both reach the limit at about the same time. Uh, so it almost, I would suggest that if he wants, he can keep the new Chimera Plus supercharger up front to try to handle the deeper bass, and maybe use the 15H MK1 as more to handle the mid bass punch and put that close to him. We call it the MBM, use it as an MBM, mid bass module.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, otherwise, the output of the Chimera Plus SC is so much higher than 15H Mark 1. Uh, it's harder to try to match them.
Got you. Is the ULS 15 still offered in cherry?
No, due to warehousing issues, the we offered used to offer higher end products in rose nut,
Hmm.
but the the number of people who are actually interested, people ask for it, but the actual number of orders we get for those is very small.
Right.
And the manufacturer kind of reluctant to make very, very small batches of a different finish. So uh, so it ended up not offering other thing in other finishes other than black.
Right, right, right. Just you can get any color you want if it's
Yeah,
black.
this is black. Yeah, just like the original Ford Model T.
The Rhythmic G25HP is one of the only other dual opposed subs out there. They use direct servo technology to reduce distortion. Is that not an issue on the Chimera?
The all the, is in this case you're talking about reducing the harmonic distortion. Uh, but there's also an issue of dynamic distortion. So if you have servo technology like Rhythmic or like what's the company that used to make those servo feedback subwoofers? I forget what's the name of it, but anyway, so with the servo feedback, you try to keep the distortion very low. What you need to have is basically a brick wall filter that once it reaches a certain amount of distortion that you target for the subwoofer not to reach beyond, and the dynamic output just stops dead there. It doesn't go any louder.
Yeah.
So while it sounds very clean, but you actually suffering from a very different kind of distortion, which is the dynamic distortion. Uh, so it's a trade-off in terms of you want to maintain harmonic distortion very low, but then you run into a brick wall in terms of when it gets loud to a certain point and it suddenly stops right there. So it's still a kind of distortion because it's no longer following the original dynamics of the music.
Hmm.
So it's just a different trade-off. So
Right.
uh, the way we are doing it is that we have ways to reduce to start to compress the signal, but it's a very gradual one, so the distortion is allowed to go higher, but that the dynamic distortion is better because it doesn't hit the brick wall and suddenly no more output, no
Hmm.
more increased output. So it's a trade-off. So
Yeah.
we choose a different trade-off, and I thought that it's a better compromise to have a bit of each distortion rather than super clean harmonic distortion, but you hit a brick wall for dynamics.
Yeah. Get the hard cut off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The other one, the Velodyne Servo, like
Yeah,
15
Velodyne, that's the
18.
other one. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're still doing that or
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so
I
either.
think they've switched to just doing headphones, I think.
Yeah, something like
They're
that.
also into the self-driving car.
Oh, yeah.
I think they. I don't know whether they're still doing those or not, but
Yeah.
at one point, I think they're focusing on that.
What is the THD at highest output, say 20 hertz?
Uh, well, again, it varies. We allow it to go up to maybe 15-20%, which for low bass actually, in general, is not really bad. Uh, for because the I personally feel that the mid-range or high frequency distortion is a lot more audible, and that's why if you look at the CA 2010 uh, uh, max SPL test, they are a lot more tolerant as you get down lower in frequency in terms of what would pass or fail the distortion test that they have, and that's because 20 hertz, the second high is 40 hertz, so it doesn't sound too bad.
All right. And what kind of doctor are you, Dr. Sue?
I have a PhD in civil engineering, transportation.
Okay. So I won't be calling you to operate on me anytime soon. Really quick before last question here. Velodyne still makes subs, but no longer direct servo. The brand was bought by a new company. Okay, well, there
Yeah,
we go. Now we know the answer.
right.
All right. Well, Dr. Sue, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no
It's a
problem.
good discussion.
Anytime. I am definitely interested in getting that Chimera in for a review, for
Sure,
sure.
I'll arrange for that.
And these subs are available now for purchase on your website.
Yes.
They're bundle deals, so if you guys want to pick up more than one, there are
Yeah,
discounts for
right.
bundles.
Mhm.
The 8-inch looks pretty cool. The CCB8
Yes, yeah.
does look pretty cool. It's only $400 too, so I mean that looks like a pretty killer value for that speaker. I think so, at least. I haven't heard it, but it looks like it's a pretty killer speaker. But okay. Any questions? Leave them in the comment section. Anything pressing, I'll get them back to the doctor. And of course, go to hsuresearch.com if you want to look up anything that we have mentioned in this video. Anything you want to say in closing, Dr. Sue?
Uh, no, I think thank you for hosting me. That's very nice.
Alrighty. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video for anybody looking to buy a subwoofer, and we'll see you in the next one.